Hey love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you've been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, and you really feel like you resonate with the content of the video that you're watching, give a thumbs up, let me know where you're watching this from, and drop a comment as well on the different things you can resonate with, and give a thumbs up and share. It'll greatly appreciate it. Anybody who's going through to get to, okay, we've been going through a lot of intense shadow work. You've been, a lot of people are, going through heaviness, a dark night of the soul. A lot of your old stagnant energy is coming up to be released. You're going through a lot of intense, intense transitions, especially after that 10-10 portal. A lot of things is changing up for you for the better. So anything that you're needing, or anything that you're battling right now in silence, I send so much love, upliftment, calmness, even energetic power just to have you energized. Please take a rest for yourself. Go in nature, meditate, different things that you may need, smudge your house, incense and stuff is a true must. And just send everything towards your way for you to be persistent and consistent with yourself. Anybody who's coming in nefarious vibes, the Decepticon ass energy, anything you're trying to place on myself to distract, delete, destroy, whatever, or anybody in the collective, anything that you're placing on yourself for selfish needs because you don't want to see somebody grow or getting towards whatever their abundance is being destined for them, your life will become annihilated. Anything that you placing on somebody, it will become heavy into your reality. So we gotta be watching whose name you put your mouth on. So this video that I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, the most powerful lessons we learn is from people that we never expected to hurt us. Say thank you. You go through a lot of different things into your life where, when I tell you truth has really been showing, is you don't even want to say it's ugly head, but it'll be, that truth can be powerful, it can be painful, and it could be a reality check for ourselves. A lot of times we stay in sadness trying to understand why people betray you. You have a kind heart, open, very loving and compassionate, and people don't realize that anybody who's in that vibration, no matter what ugliness has been placed in life, you still try to project love and compassion towards people, even when you're in that vibe where I want to project the different things that I needed at my time on my lowest moment, to have the support that I was for everybody else, and a lot of times these situations can make us very bitter and make you want to close yourself off. You got trust issues, trust me, I know. I allow myself it is better off not having people in your life, because you get tired of people always trying to find a place that you weren't stabbed in your back end. Just say, hey, I did that, such and such was here, and it leaves that little mark on you, all the different things you went down. At times we can feel ourselves as being a wounded warrior. It's like every time you get back up, there's always somebody knocking you down. Or it'll be different times where you really go out your way to really show love and compassion towards certain individuals that just ain't getting it. They get it, but they're just not giving you the flowers, the recognition, or the respect that you deserve for when you do that. And, it'll be heavy in thought. People are okay when you let things slide. When you're allowing yourself to be hit on, and I'm not talking about in a physical way, but there are sometimes you do. We in certain situations where people put their hands on you, and sometimes in the sadness of our mind, we felt like that was love. We normalize a lot of heartbreaking things that you did not come into this world to have to be exposed to, but in tragic ways, it was exposed to you. You know, you think about all the times where, you know, sometimes it'll make you regret doing things for people. And, you know, sometimes I get like that and I say, get out my feelings, don't do that. You know, even though people didn't recognize that, that's all on them. You know, and I tell y'all all the time, it's like, you don't realize you're a spiritual assassin. You are walking karma and dharma. You are a huge blessing to be placed in many people's lives. You know, your loving is not matched. Like, it's like people feel like they can replace you. Like, oh, I'll get another person. Or it's just the fact is now, since you're standing 10 toes down for yourself and you hold boundaries up, you're allowing yourself to get out the old routine of yourself. You know, you don't realize how you got people in panic mode. You really are, you know, in panic mode. You know, you don't even realize this. Just when people do backhanded things over you, to feel like, oh, I'm gonna get over it, or they'll be too stupid to figure out it's me, or oh, they ain't gonna be able to put two and two together. And you know, you may have been that person that announced like, oh, I see what you're doing, or I know what your intentions are. You're not doing that no more. You're not doing that no more. You're like, oh, mental, you know, mental note. Oh, okay, keep going. You're moving in silence now. It's just like a lot of things you may have had announcements for, where people purposely did things to you. Like, you know, you are in that vibe where, what did I do to you for you to place this type of pain on my life? This is what you repaid me back when I was kind to you, when I was compassionate to you, I was loving towards you, and this is what you bring back to me. You know, and I tell people, you are priceless. It's like when we try to feel like, well, we're neglected, you know, we're shadow banned, you know, nobody pays attention to us and this and this and that. There was a darkness that people try to force you in, because there's something about you that really triggers something inside of them to feel that way about you. And that's not anything that you did, you know, anything you did. But it's just like when people can't afford that type of vibration, they put it down. They walk away, you know, and it takes people to completely walk away for them to go get into something else in any kind of way that shoot fits in something else, and they feel like, oh, this is something better over here. This is something genuine over here, or this is something in their ideal mind of genuine. And then when they figure out, oh, that was mirage, that was a lie, that was, you know, manipulation, this was illusion, now they starting to see. Because a lot of times we don't realize, it's like our connection be protecting certain karmics, certain low vibrational people from getting that last lick. And if you notice, when you start pulling yourself back from different things in people's lives, all of a sudden you start seeing where you pulled your power back on, all of a sudden you see somebody's life literally falling apart right in front of you. You just don't realize how that type of shield can protect somebody, because there'll be those different times where there's a lot of people that's moving very low vibrational and comfortable with doing that. You may have been comfortable with doing it for a while, but it was like, just because the way you're set up, oh, you gonna catch that heat real quick. You're like, why the hell do I catch that mess, you know, that lick back real quick, but the enemies don't? Because you knew better. You knew exactly what you were doing. You know, a lot of times it was like, I used to be that tit for tat. I'm like, I can really make you question your existence. That's after my mind, my words that's very vulgar that comes out my mouth will really make you question yourself. You know, really give somebody the business. But now it's like, the best revenge on you doing staying in your peace. Even though I know that is the hardest, it's easier said than done when people do whatever they possibly can do to try to reach you to their level. You know, I used to be in that vibe like, oh, I'm gonna match that energy. No, the hell I won't. If that energy is consistent of me moving from a place I no longer exist at, oh, baby, you're gonna be there by yourself. You know, every once in a while I say, you know, I'll be looking at God, can I go show him? Can I school him on some knowledge? Be like, no. I'm like, please. You want to give that get back so bad. You know, like God be like, no. No. Everything that happened into your life, it was an experience from you to learn and grow from. Either it can destroy you, or it can discourage you, or this can make you, ascend in ways that you never thought that you could be. And, just like I said before, there's a lot of people that come here in this world to not evolve. You have to be, just like you had to be an example, like they always say, narcs and empaths are each other's nightmares. It is. It really is. Karmics and you being in your authenticity triggers the shit out of people that choose not to heal. They want you like you used to be, But these are the different things you learn, where time, even though time don't exist, is still precious. You allowing yourself to not waste your time on different things, because you already see it's like, especially if things become repeated. A lot of things you're probably hearing, you're going through repetitive cycles. Like, you already know how the cycle is by making this choice. It's time for you to start moving differently. It's time for you to start seeing differently. Really seeing what you are being experienced to learn from certain situations. Put your own plot twist to it. It's not like when I feel like, I don't even know if I want to use the word manipulate, because that's such a narrative. You don't want the narrative in there. It's like no negative thing. But you're moving. It's like I guess you can say it like that, where you are manipulating timelines or manipulating outcomes, but it's in a positive way. Let me put it that way. You're being very strategic. Let me use that word, because I don't want to say manipulating. But you can be able to dress up the different timelines. If you in your power source, your mind is the most powerful thing. That's the reason why do you think they always brainwashing us with it? The most strongest weapon you have is your freaking mind. Your mind can either destroy everything in your path that tries to hold you back, or this can be something that will destroy your life just because of what you purposely lack. So these are the different things where you had to be brought in certain equations when it comes to certain individuals, to show them no matter what I go through, no matter what kind of trap you fall, you are, intending for me. If this is not meant to be, that's not going to take place in my life. But even if it is, it had to teach me something. We constantly have lows. We have losses. We have setbacks. We have impulsive decisions because you're in an uncomfortable situation right now. That change is very uncomfortable. And we had to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to be comfortable being able to expect the unexpected. And as soon as I say that, my nose start itching. And that's confirmation. Expect the unexpected. You're going through these intense changes. You'll have different things that once upon a time would have triggered you. But these are the different things where God maneuvered certain ways. Like, whatever your weakness was, this is going to be your strength. Whatever your pet peeve was, this is going to be on your control, or not allowing yourself to get triggered by things that are out of your control. That's the reason why a lot of things are starting to present itself, for that to be that key point on moving forward. This was a distraction. I appreciate that distraction. What do I appreciate about it? There's a lot of negative things that comes up to your, into your psyche, when you're going through change, because it's showing you you held on to that vibration or that thought or that pain for so long. Now we're making room for what's deserving of you. We're killing out anything that's not on your frequency. People are thinking they holding you back from blessings and different things. They can't hold you back from that. They did not open that door, so they cannot close it. This is all on God. People be trying to feel like, oh, I can do this to that person. I'm going to take this, I'm going to take that. God be like, you die trying. God be like, you be dying trying. Let me show you who the boss on here. Because there's a lot of people that feel like they got that godlike complex that they can stop, start, destroy, delete, or whatever from your life that was destined for you. And God starts laughing. Tell God your plans and see how he's laughing. He will allow you, he will pick you up in a situation where it may felt that it was destroying you, and he knew if you would went further down that path, it would have destroyed you. But there's a lot of people in situations where they purposely do that, because this is something that was comfortable for them. Some people are comfortable where they go back what's familiar. I've done it. But then it's just like you're reading the same book over and over and over again. You know how it starts. You know how different things are. Even when you're not vocal about it, you see how a lot of people are, you are their daily routine on, let me see how they can piss me off. Let me see how I can make them feel like they're not loved. Make them feel like they're the one who's the issue when this is a whole walking problem like that. You had to be at that vibe in your life where you really had to stay solid with yourself. You don't want to, hang around, things forcefully when you shouldn't have to. Or you just becoming accepted on certain situations that, this is supposed to teach me, but this is not something I was supposed to hold on to. Or, these people are here to teach me a lesson, but that's not something I need to hold on to. There's a lot of people that you have to love from a distance, but also there's, you have to be able to unlearn where when it's not okay for you to continue loving something that causes pain to you. You're like, we love hard, but then you got to know when to stop that mess at the same daggone time. You're going through a lot of changes into your life, and it's like, if you didn't go through this pain, this anguish, this anything that just was sent to break you, out of people you never thought they would, turn their back on you. I tell y'all all the time, I hear all different type of things that come back to me that I've done. And I'm like, are you serious? What? I wouldn't, that ain't even me. Because, see, I'm that type of person. If there are certain things you keep to yourself, just because if you want things to be beautiful in your life, there's just a lot of things you really got to keep to yourself. Even when you're so excited about it, you got to keep it to yourself. Because it's just like where people, in your surroundings, will they're already triggered by you because they didn't understand how you were able to move forward with the shit that they placed on you, or how you didn't fall in the trap they ended up falling in. Those different things, and it's just like the changes that are taking place within you that, your path is different. Even when we don't understand it, even if you do, that's something you need to keep to yourself. Because there's a lot of people just trying to dig in deep, especially in your Akashic records, because I see it. I see it. It was like, wait a minute. And even when it's your family, because they feel like, ooh, I know their north node, their second door, their first house, their fifth house, what's on the cusp and this and that. Regardless, I don't care if it's family or not. When universe knows there's something very promising within you that is going to take this world by storm, where you are going to be a trendsetter in growth, upliftment, alignment, enlightenment, ascension in ways that people weren't prepared for. You got a type of vibe that the earth ain't even prepared to be able to handle yet. A lot of times we can't even handle our own selves. But this is a part of that growth that we did not expect to happen. That's why they say expect the unexpected. Lessons come through all shapes and forms. It's just up to us to be able to understand what it's trying to teach us. So, but hold on, y'all, real quick. All right, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. It don't matter where your placements are, your astrology placements, whatever that is, where, especially if they, God knows that, there's different things that's being spotlighted on you where people are trying to learn your every move and stuff like that. And universe is telling you ain't got to worry about that. Regardless if it's family or not, where people feel like, okay, if I have this and this and that, I can be able to control seeing somebody outcome. I can be able to control where they're destined, where I don't want them to go. You got people really putting in work trying to sit up here and see how they can stop you. Newsflash, they can't stop anything. If God's moving you, what are these people supposed to be doing when God moving you? Anybody who's messing in your purpose ain't messing with you, they messing with God. And when I say karma is eating people's asses up right about now, it's really eating people's ass up. You're seeing that you're not replaceable. You don't have a vibe that moves like that, projects like that, is loving like that, compassionate like that. You know, so you got a lot of people living in regret on the way they did it. You know, that's why I told you, it's like when you pull your power back, you start seeing how anybody that was manipulating or siphoning off of your energy to get abundance, which was stolen from you, then all of a sudden when you pull back, a lot of people, you know, it was okay when you were letting stuff slide. Now it's like only people that get mad about your boundaries is the people that benefited off of you not having them. Because it's like when you start pressing out your boundaries about what you're going to accept, what you're not going to accept, what you're going to respect, you know, where you want respect placed on you, your name, whatever, you know, you start seeing how people will start falling from your life. Because the fact is, they cannot control your outcome anymore. They don't control your stages, your next step, the step after that, step next. You know, you're not allowing yourself to be influenced by emotions with different people's hatred towards self. You know, and these are the different things that, you know, where you allow yourself to be at peace for the bad things that people have placed in your life. Okay. This ain't for them. This is for you. You know, if you are a person that came down to this world and you are on a mission of being loving, even when you probably rarely have experienced that, your ideal of love. And that's the saddest thing in the world. I felt like that's when you lack to know what real love feels like, real compassion feels like. Because there's a lot of us that are forced into these karmic ass families where you can see a lot of lack of self-love that's in people's life just because of how they move. How they treat you is how they treat themselves. So it's your duty to have that high respect for yourself, because it's like when you start placing that love into yourself, you'll start noticing anybody that is not on your frequency with you is being pushed away. You know, people feel like they're leaving you up behind. They want you to feel lonely. They want you to be so upset because they left you hanging. And you are doing just fine, and that pisses people off. How are they being joyful without me being in their life? Obviously, because you weren't adding joy to their life in the first damn place. You know, like, I wasn't happy with you when I was around you. So I'd rather be in peace. If that means me being by myself that holds me in my peace, baby, I'm going to do that. Until God allows the frequency that is either on my vibe or higher, that will be what I'm attracting. Because it's just like when we don't place love and self-care and self-awareness within ourselves, it is crazy on what we attract in our lives. Really. You know, we open our lives up to the wrong people at times, and a lot of times we don't know until we're too far deep on why we got comfortable with collecting red flags about people when, you know, it just happened out of nowhere. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. You just got comfortable with, you made excuses on the reason why they were toxic. You made excuses where all they did is project low vibrations of hate and codependency and love bombing and trauma bonding and all that junk. And when you start saying, no, that's not on my vibe, that is not my thing anymore. I want things in my life where success and growth has a very high standard to me. Me not settling, you know, not going to anything because it feels like my good thing ain't coming, so I want to go back to the old. No. You know, we don't know how our lives are unfolding in ways you don't know, but as long as you know you're taking the initiative to heal every single day. Whatever was your issue that triggered you yesterday, that's going to be your biggest strength today. The only person you are in competition with, because there's a lot of time people will place us in competition and something I didn't sign up for. I'm not competing against nobody, because you can't compare me. You can't compete where you don't compare, you know. So those are the different things where I know where I'm learning my worth. You know, I learned different things from the decisions I made, you know, along the paths. You know, it enriches me in some kind of way of what I need to learn more about myself, adding more love towards myself, pouring into myself, being very picky. It's like when you have healed from a lot of things. People are like, oh, they're so picky. Damn right. You don't want to just have it. Not everybody can have access to you like that. Especially if you on that you got that daggone ooh-wee type vibration. And you got that ooh-wee type vibration. It's just like you have to be on that same frequency. You are no longer allowing yourself to come out of character for some things that's what they wanted to do. They want to see you, the devil want to see you occupied or all scattered, always worrying about different things, fearing what is going to take place that haven't even took place, or we putting these fake scenarios in our head to self-sabotage ourselves. All these different things is coming in to where you're learning on a higher frequency. This was purposeful to go through my life. I needed to see that. So whatever is set for me down the road, I don't have anything that's tagging on to me that I know that's going to be that one association or that one connection with somebody and you lose all your blessings hanging around with a person. That's the reason why God always try to make sure we got anybody that can really taint blessings and abundance and prosperity is ending in your life. He wanted you to see everybody that was in your life you considered family, considered friend, considered husband, considered wife, confidant, partner, whatever, into your life, family, whatever. You had to see the true colors of what was really there for you, what took a priority for you, who took a priority for you. Because you and it's just like God is saying now as well, stop making yourself available for everybody. Stop being Mr. or Mrs. Reliable. Because there's a lot of times where you're always there. Now you have to be unavailable for a minute. Don't jump back on here, or there'll be different times where you may not even want to answer the phone, or somebody can pop up at your house uninvited and you don't want to open the door. You have every right to be that way. These are the different things where you are holding tough on your boundaries. You are moving in silence. People are starting to sniff some kind of thing that is coming into your life. Enemies see your blessings before you do. That's the reason why these folks is acting a damn fool right about now. Oh no, they got some kind of blessings or truth coming out. No, we can't make that happen. We can't let that happen. We're going to put everything in our power. There's a lot of time. Because it's like right now, karmic cycles are clearing. You probably got a lot of karmics that's doing everything they possibly can to make sure that cycle don't close. Because they already know, they already standing in all hell breaking loose into their life. And that's just the beginning. That is just the beginning. This is just like on a different thing where you just keep moving forward. Allowing yourself to see the different distractions that's trying to really change your focus on what's truly important. These people in these situations are irrelevant to you. And they should be irrelevant to you. It's just like, hey, this was just a moment thing. I appreciate what I learned from you. Even when that mess hurt me, it showed me so much of what I didn't need in my life. Like I said in the last video, you may be about to meet your twin flame, but before you met that ultimate, your other half, you had to deal with this raggedy motherfucker right here. You had to deal with everything that showed nothing but hatred, self-loathing, whatever it is that had a low vibrational narrative on it. That was it. Then you had to feel that compassion of something in your heart that was triggering you. Both of them had to trigger something into you, but one was a positive and one was a negative. I want you to see how you deserve to be loved. I need you to show that I have a genuine interest of seeing you be a better person. I will congratulate you and cheerlead you on for every success. I'm gonna be your confidant and companion of a bestie or whatever you want to call it. When you feel like you're not enough, I keep reminding you, you are more than enough. You are overqualified. You getting everything from that vibe where you had to be able to taste. This is what genuine love was. It don't mean, just because it's a twin flame don't mean this is going to be a romantic person. But this is going to be that person that's going to help you become better. But before you become better, you had to recognize all that hot mess ratchetness that you still had, conjugating around you. You had to be able to let those things go and be able to appreciate everything that took place into your life, because you needed both sides to balance out to be able to create this part of you that was very undiscovered. It was waiting. You know, this person's been there that whole time, but you had to be able to come out of that fog, out of that haziness, to be able to find that person of who you originally are. Authentic, unapologetic, 150 million proof on truth. Okay? And you're about to do that. So it's just like, yeah, it may be lonely right now, but the more when you are giving love towards yourself, you know, it was like I looked at a screenshot today, and it said when you're looking for that soulmate, you have to become your own soulmate. You're looking for that best friend, you had to become your own best friend. When you place that heavy love into you, like you gave to everybody else, some people appreciated that. You don't know how you done made a lot of people's world turn in a lot of emotional, beautiful ways from your kind gestures, but it done shook a lot of other people because they don't have that type of vibe. They had to steal, they had to manipulate, they had to unalive, they had to do all the drastic things. Well, all they had to do was go within. You are very you know, you are a hot commodity. If you going through some stuff where people is like, damn, I'm focusing on me, minding my own business that pays me, but then you got other people who's minding their own business, minding your business that pays them. You know, everybody got monitor. What do they call it? Monitoring spirits around, because they curious right now. You ain't telling your business, so they got to bring all type of things. You know, your animals start acting different. You know. They don't want to be around you and stuff like that. They probably using them as a monitoring spirit too. You know, when you doing things and you being very covert about it, you being shh, and you moving like that, you got people in world panic because they already know you are one decision away from just obliterating every daggone thing that they placed on truth for you. That was not truth. It was just straight illusions of lies. But these are the different things that showed you this is not who you want to be. So you healing yourself. You had to be, you know, and it's like not to talk down on nobody, but it is what it is. You see those type of people that don't want to heal. You see all those people are just comfortable in chaos. I don't understand. I be trying to really break my neck. What is so fun about living chaotically? What is it so fun that you get off on seeing how you done hurt and destroyed somebody's life because your ass don't want to heal? You know, I'm like, I be trying to figure that out. I'm like, no, I already need damn therapy for the shit I went through. I ain't trying to figure that one out. That one will make me just fall over the cliff thinking about what the heck is going on, because the Lulu, it only makes sense to narcissists. It don't make no kind of sense to anybody who's normal. They got other things where, can we talk? My feelings are very hurt, because I didn't expect you to leave me the way you did. I ain't think you were going to leave me hanging. You know, I was doing all these little, you know, debauchery to your life and fuckery to your life, you know, but I never thought that you would ever get to the point where you had enough. You know, you done gave people a million damn chances, and that's what they preyed on. And I'm not talking about P-R-A-Y. That's that heavy in the, where that A turns into an E very quickly and adds on a couple of more E's. You know, where they preyed on your life just to be able to know you were that target. You know, and you are, you know, and you got people looking stupid like, do you know how many death spells I put on you? You know how much, you know, suicidal and despair I done put on you? You know how much beauty magic and mirror magic I done sit up here and deal with you? Working hard to do destiny swapping because that's supposed to be my life. You know, people want your glory, but they ain't got that strength, that strength to go around with the story. There's a lot of people that wish they had your spot. And you have to look and laugh. Look and laugh at the main people that just want to have your spot so bad. But are they willing to be ridiculed? You know? Are they willing to be known as a villain? When the people are just talking about you are the main villains. They the monster in the closet. They got to throw it off on somebody to make them not feel guilty for what they did. You know, you gotta understand. It's like, especially when people have to make up stories about stuff like that. Oh, they know good and well hell they doing something they ain't supposed to do. If you wouldn't be making lies up about other people to make you look good. Because anytime the narcissist, they will always make themselves look like the victim or the superhero, and that's neither one that they capable of doing. Ain't even a thought. You can't do it. If you do, you have a whole aneurysm trying to do that. You know. But these are the different things where you have no problem with projecting authenticity. Have no filter. You don't go out and try to be brutal with nobody. But you got that it is what it is type attitude. And when you have that is what it is type attitude, that's the most dangerous people that you don't want to mess with. It is what it is. You know, you seeing the different ones that you don't walk away from. You seeing the different ones that's just doing everything they possibly can, to be one step ahead of you, and they cannot. I'll tell people, I'll smile in your face while I'm plotting against you at the same damn time. That's just me. It'll be at that point, You ain't saying nothing until it's time to say checkmate. I've been hearing that a lot lately. Checkmate. People playing checkers while you clearly playing chess. Allow people to think they done blocked something out of your life. Okay? Allow people to think they got the upper hand of what God promised you. And that's really funny. Allow them to think they're doing some damage to your life while you allowing yourself to keep being moved and very unbothered and very unfazed. Even when if it's something that you got to chin check yourself on, and like, that was the old you that used to be upset about that. Just smile and keep going. That's no longer your problem. These different things where people trying to make their problem your problem is a self thing. This is all that is just telling them to go back to self, and people don't want to do that. They gotta have people that enable their toxicity, that condone that. When you're not entertaining that type of vibe anymore, people are trying to, people are having temper tantrums because you're not allowing yourself to even be in that type of vibration no more. Like, this is too much for me. This ain't applying towards my growth. This is draining to me. People can't siphon off of you no more, and you seeing karmic is it's like that karma is really breaking them across the coals. They can play victim if they want to. Karma will dog walk the hell out of them. Like, go ahead, play victim if you want to. That's your ass, not mine. So I'm gonna still be I'm being my authentic self. And you just keep going, because you're learning the most painful but yet very powerful lessons of the people that you never thought they would do that. Like I said, people want your glory, but they ain't willing to go through that story. They ain't going to be willing to want to go fail and get back up again, fall, come back up again. You trying to get 10 steps up while the enemy's trying to push you 50 feet back. All those different things. These are you're making changes in your life that you weren't even prepared for, especially not your enemies, because they never seen that coming. Hell, you didn't either. But that's what's beautiful about it. It's very unexpected. You have to be able to expect the unexpected, because the unexpected is really about to take place into your life. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I hope you have a blessed, safe week, afternoon, morning, wherever you're going to watch this. Do good and be good. Even through social distancing, make sure that you give out love, wisdom with words, frequencies, and vibrations. It can really take somebody a long way. And just because you did it selflessly, it'll take you even further. So much love to you. God bless. Namaste. I say much love. Sayonara. Peace.